Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. So, here I am, here you are, we're alive. It's quite a gift. And sometimes it's not an easy gift. Sometimes life is really not easy. Bruno Groening called life here on this earth in a body a school of life. And boy, sometimes it is not easy. So what's really near and dear to my heart right now is what to do when people don't treat you well. Because I've experienced on a business level, two people engaged in deception, and then I got locked into a contract, not locked into, but into a contract based on some deception and lack of information. Now they're trying to keep money when really the contract is, because of their lack of information, providing information, the contract's completely void. So I didn't necessarily need to share that, but it just feels so unfair. And so I can stay in that resentment or anger, or or I can counterattack, I can lash out at them, or is there another way? Well, Jesus said yes, and Bruno Groening reminded us what that other way is. Thanks for saying hi, Jason. Hi, forever loving everything. What is that other way? What to do when people don't treat us well? So Bruno Groening pointed out, aw, thanks. Bruno Groening pointed out a very interesting fact of life. He said, the human being is and remains divine. The human being doesn't do evil. It's the evil that does evil. So let's say I'm right, and of course I am right. In this situation, let's say I'm right, and of course I'm right. I'm always right. And that these people really have treated me unfair. That my perception is accurate. I mean, I can tell you the facts, but that's another. But let's just say my perception is accurate, that yes, they've treated me. What to do with that? Well, if Bruno Groening's teaching is correct, and I'm convinced it is, the first thing I need to do is shift how I'm seeing this. They aren't doing anything wrong. It's the evil acting through them. Now that sounds like a little philosophical detail, like, oh, who cares? What does it matter? But it actually matters a lot. Because if I can really recognize that person, those people, it was actually two people, are divine children of God who have been seized by evil and are being forced to serve evil, again, if my perception is accurate, that completely shifts the thing. That completely shifts my feeling and attitude. As I've shared before, the 12 steps, which are based on the teachings of Christ, encourage people when someone does something wrong to really see them as suffering from spiritual sickness and to actually pray for them, which of course Christ called us to do, to pray for our enemies. Now, he didn't so much go into the why, but I think Bruno Groening covered the why, as did the 12 steps. If someone's behaving unwell, and that includes me, in my moments of behaving unwell, I have a virus. And that virus Bruno Groening calls evil. The 12 steps calls it ego. Whatever you call it, the recognition that while my soul may still be pure, that I'm spiritually sick. Same thing for these people. Let's just, so I can put that aside, let's just assume these people willfully were being deceptive. That's what it looks like, but who knows? If that's the case, they've literally been invaded, not their soul, but their body. And then Bruno Groening said, if you take in one negative thought, then you become a servant of the devil. then you must serve the devil. It's a very dramatic way of saying that if you take on evil, some of your free will temporarily gets lost as evil drags you around and makes you do unfun things. That you are responsible for having taken the evil in. Not trying to relieve people of responsibility. So, let's tune in for those who have harmed us. Let's take the view that while their soul is divine, that in some way, and you can find your own languaging, that they are spiritually sick. So let's ask, please God, please Bruno, please Jesus, shower those who have harmed us. And you can think of someone specific with this divine power of God. Taking in the good, asking it that it be passed along to those who have harmed us. Really taking on compassion for those who have harmed us. They're spiritually sick. Or find your own words. The 12 steps instructs people to say, God, please help me to have the same tolerance, pity, and patience I would cheerfully grant a sick friend. Really asking for those who have harmed us, or a specific person who has. Thanks for joining in, Michael. Hello, welcome. I think this is the first time you've said hi on this channel. Very warm welcome. I feel fantastic, friends. And thank you so much to everyone who joined in. And wow, I just want to tune in a little more. Let's do a little more. It's feeling so good. Continuing to ask for a particular person who harmed you, or tuning in as you like. One thing that helps me overcome resentment is to remember that all things serve the good. That doesn't mean I'm okay with bad behavior. It doesn't mean how to say, doesn't mean like, if, uh, I'm responding to these people trying to keep my money, but I also need to keep in mind that even them trying the deception and them even trying to keep the money serves the good. It serves my learning, if nothing else. Ah, hi, Nicola. Thanks for saying hello. That's the divine energy, also known as the living waters, the healing stream. That's amazing. Nah, thank you for sharing that. Nicola wrote, usually sometimes I feel warm sensations in some movement of the body, like Kundalini things. I'm not sure if that's normal. Well, everyone feels the energy a little different. Whether that's the yogic phenomenon of Kundalini is, I can't say. But what I can say is everyone who tunes in, there's both a lot of common experiences: tingling, warmth, sometimes cold, a sense of flow, a feeling of electricity. Those are all very common, and actually sometimes pain flaring up temporarily. Those are all very common experiences. I experience movements of the body myself. I don't think that's so common. I do, so you're not the only one. That I can say. Um, yeah. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone, and really appreciated the comments today. Nicola, so glad you were able to have a positive experience. And I think the most important thing to keep in mind is that it's going to be a little different each time, right? Um, you know, taking in the healing stream isn't like drinking water. You drink water, it's pretty much the same each time, just as a metaphor. But the healing stream, this process we're doing, and every time Bruno, by his own admission, is modulating it so that it's just right for each person, and what each person needs in each moment, each day, is going to be a little different. Uh, Christ called this energy the waters of life, the living waters. It's alive. Life is fluid. It's constantly changing and adapting. And so God, through helpers such as Bruno and Christ, is always sending goodness, but the particular flavor of how that goodness shows up on a particular day, it's going to depend. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks so much.